No, not that I.
So as a student, when you are part of a group, you should pay attention to what others are writing so that you can learn from their mistakes and good sentences both. C, as long as refers to duration of time. This smart lady has clearly, you know, understood the difference between condition and duration of time. So your sentences, Kalpana, were about duration of time. Most of them. Okay. For example, you can live in our house as long as you want. It is about as long as you want means as much time as you want, isn't it? Time
Yes, sir.
duration.
It's the duration.
Mhm. As long as father lives, the sons never quarrel. Yeah. Again, you are referring to the time in a way. Okay. But it also refers to condition, which is here. I love him as long as he loves me. Okay. So he loves me. I love him. This continues. This will continue. So as long as refers to conditions, one condition continues, the other condition, the other thing will also continue. Okay.
Mm.
You can live in my house as long as you're paying the rent. So you pay the rent and there is no problem. You stop paying the rent, there is a problem. So the word as long as this phrase as long as refers to duration of time. Look at the examples Rosanna has written. I will wait for you as long as it takes, no matter how long. I will wait for you as long as it takes, doesn't matter how long it takes. Okay, so this sentence is beautiful. The only thing is, I will wait for you is better. I will wait for you. I will wait for you as long as it takes. इतना देर लगे उतना देर इंतजार करें. Okay, so yeah, I will wait for you as long as it takes, no matter how long. I want to study English as long as it takes me to catch every single word. Great. I will study English as long as it takes me. Doesn't matter how long it takes me to catch every single word. Comparison, as long as can be used for comparison too. My hair is as long as your hairs. Your hair. Yours. My hair is as long as yours. In this sentence, as long as has been used to make comparison. Okay. Which is a lovely sentence again. Now, condition. You can go out as long as you come home before it starts raining. You can go out. What is the condition? Condition is you come home before it starts raining. If you agree, no problems. You can bring your dog to my house as long as he doesn't jump on the sofa. What's the condition? He doesn't jump on the sofa. That's the condition. If you agree for this condition, you can bring your dog. You can bring your dog to my house. What is the condition? He doesn't jump on the sofa. That's the condition. You can open the box of chocolates. Yeah, you can open, but there is a condition. You don't eat them all. You don't eat them all. That's the condition. Mary can go dancing. Mary can go dancing. I'm not stopping her, but there is a condition. She doesn't wear a short skirt. That's the condition. Mary can go dancing as long as she doesn't wear a short skirt. So this is the condition. You may drive my car as long as you fill it up with gas. Yeah. What's the condition? You fill it up with gas. You can drive then, no problems. So super sentences, Rosanna. Amazing. Well done. Good job. Everybody can benefit from reading your sentences if they want to. Next. They weren't in love. They weren't in love, but they got married anyway. It didn't matter that they were not in love. They didn't know care about it. They weren't in love, but they got married anyway. Whether she comes or not, I'm going to come to your birthday anyway. Doesn't matter whether she comes or not. I'm going to come to your birthday. Vikas is here. Vikas,
Yes, sir.
did you read other people's sentences?
Yes, sir. But
Did you
not all.
did you realize your mistakes?
I don't think.
Compare. Some of you guys make the class lengthy by being careless. That's all. Look at the sentences Rosanna has written. Rosanna, you've done a great job today. They're likely to arrive late. They're likely to arrive late. They're likely to arrive late because of the traffic. Yeah, don't sit on that then. He's in great he's in a great shape. He's in a great shape. So he's likely to win. He's likely to win. It is likely that it will rain tomorrow. Amazing, Rosanna. Great job. Everybody can benefit from. And my response, this is how it should be. All students should practice this way, and it should occur to them naturally. They don't need a teacher to tell them what they're supposed to do. Unfortunately, though, they fail to do so, despite my repeated reminders. I'm not going to answer any questions anymore. You guys have taken me for granted. You don't do enough. And you know what happened in the previous class? I read the word voyage, voyage, voyage 2 times, 3 times. Okay, yesterday. And in today's class, a girl struggled with the pronunciation. Something, she couldn't get it right. And then there was this guy who said bogus, bogus, something like that. And I was so annoyed. What the hell? The recording is available. You heard me teach that word yesterday. Why didn't you watch the recording? And he's asking me to explain it. He's asking me to explain it again. What is this? What is going on? You're taking me for granted or what? I'm not going to answer. As long as you have a passport, you can travel anywhere you want. But now you need a visa too.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Yasmin ma'am. As long as you have a passport, you can travel anywhere you want. I mean, the sentence is fine, but people can't agree with this. All of you guys, I have already told you, don't be off camera. All right. Just be on camera all the time. Yeah. Don't play with your camera. Stay on camera all the time. As long as you have a passport, you can travel anywhere you want. Well, you can't actually, you need visa too. As long as you listen to the audio file carefully, your English will improve very soon. एक खराबी अब और ज्यादा हो गई कि प्रेशर में किसी ने कॉपी पेस्ट करना शुरू कर दिया कहीं से. ठीक है? I mean, students are supposed to write their own sentences that they've learned. Of course, they will make mistakes, but you're not allowed to write sentences which you have not written in the group. Copy paste sentences are not allowed, people. Remember. Don't take any outside help when you're practicing. Practice means you show what you have got. And you, Vikas, correct your mistakes. I can only tell you that where your mistakes are. They are in liking sentences. Have you realized where your mistakes are?
Yes, sir.
Tell me.
The comma I use.
Read your sentences corrected for. I told you your mistakes are in those sentences which you have written with the word likely.
Oh,
What do you remember from yesterday class? Yesterday's class. What did I tell you about the word likely? Do you remember anything that I said? Can you repeat anything I said about the word likely? Anything whatsoever you remember from yesterday's class? Not your example sentences. Anything that you remember from my mouth. And if you don't remember anything I said, then how the hell do you think you will practice? If you don't remember what I said, at least you should remember that I said, you should have remembered that. You should have remembered that I said likely is an adjective. Likely is an adjective. And look at the sentences. My parents likely, my cousin likely, I likely. And there are sentences right before him. They are likely. It is likely. And I asked him to read and compare, and he couldn't get it. Poor focus. These sentences are all fine. The punctuation is wrong, but that's not a big deal. Punctuation doesn't matter when you're practicing speaking English. However, this is how it should be. As long as you're happy, comma, I'm happy too. No problems. Okay. So I can listen to your story, not listen to your story. I can listen to your story. No need to use this as long as it is interesting. No need to use this comma here. I can listen to your story as long as it is interesting. As long as my phone is working, I don't need to buy a new one. No need to use comma. Oh, sorry, you can use a comma here. Sorry, of course you can use a comma here. As long as my phone is working, comma, I don't need to buy a new one. As long as you are, as you believe in God, not are. As long as you believe, subject plus verb, you believe,
yes,
you
sir.
believe, you believe. As long as you believe in God, you are a theist. No need to use this extra S. Okay. You can ask me anything as long as your questions are good.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's a typing mistake, maybe.
I can totally understand it's a typo, nothing more. So all these sentences, you didn't understand that likely is not a verb, likely is an adjective. And likely is an adjective, you need a verb. My parents are likely to visit Kumbh Mela next month. My cousins are likely to go on vacation in March. I am likely to get a new phone. US is likely to impose sanctions on China. Ukraine-Russia war is likely to end. Rukaiya, I want to tell you something. You need to work really hard, Rukaiya. Okay. You need to be more articulate. You write one thing and then you write another thing, and there is no connection. It's not about English, the correction, the accuracy. It's about the way you express yourself. There are big gaps between two sentences you write, and you think there is a connection between those two. There could be a connection, but you need to add more information to build that connection. You are not writing smartly, I will say. I'm not saying your English is bad here. And that's why you should work harder. Express yourself more, uh, you know, how do I say, what do you actually need to do? I'll show you your bad example, what I'm talking about, and then we'll see. I won't leave my best friend as long as I live. It's sad that you have a best friend, Rukaya. It's very sad. You have a best friend. I thought, you're a smart girl. My daughter Aditi, she doesn't want to have a best friend anymore. She was 12 or 13 when she realized having a best friend is a stupid idea, you know? You know what I mean? Close friends, but having a best friend, means it's a big confusion. No, actually, it's like, stopping other people from being close to you because you have this burden on your mind that XYZ is your best friend. I mean, why do you need to give this tag to anybody? You're a very good friend of mine. Isn't that enough? We are likely to visit Rajgir on Saturday. I mean, when we are kids, we do stuff like that. Aditi had a best friend too. Okay. We are likely to visit Rajgir on Saturday. We are likely to visit Rajgir. Okay. We can cook anything as long as he's not present here. All right. The condition is he's not here. That's the condition. We can cook anything. He is here, then there is a problem. They are more likely to pass the exams. Okay. Perhaps they have worked harder. I was feeling sleepy, but I played games with my roommate anyway. Okay. Just because I hadn't played games with them for a long time. Good. Now, this sentence is what I'm talking about. You say it in Hindi first. Forget about the English. Express it in Hindi.
सर उसकी इंग्लिश अच्छी नहीं है फिर भी वो बहुत मेहनत की एग्जाम में।
इससे क्या समझ में आता है? इसकी इंग्लिश अच्छी नहीं लेकिन फिर भी उसने बहुत मेहनत की एग्जाम में। एग्जाम में कौन मेहनत करता है? अच्छा, ट्राइड वेरी हार्ड। चलो ठीक है, ट्राइड है, तुमने वर्क नहीं लिखा, चलो ठीक है, आई अंडरस्टैंड। उसने बहुत कोशिश की, ठीक है, अपने एग्जाम में। हाँ, फिर अगले लाइन का क्या कनेक्शन? जस्ट बिकॉज शी वांट्स टू इंप्रूव हर इंग्लिश। क्या है मतलब इसका? कोई लिंक बताना मुझे, मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा लिंक। If you can think of a link between what you said earlier and this sentence, just because she wants to improve her English. I told you already, it's not about English. English is fine, but there is lack of cohesion. It's not very cohesive. One idea does not lead to the next part. There is a big gap. There is lack of cohesion. Okay. It's not very cohesive. This is what we say, there is a lack of continuity in thought. You said she's not good at English, but she tried very hard in her exams anyway. I understand. The next part is just because she wants to improve her English. Doesn't make sense. I can't understand. If you understand anything, please tell me. Otherwise, why did you write it if you're quiet?
सॉरी सर आई अंडरस्टैंड इट्स मिस्टेक।
Now what? What did you have on your mind?
आई शुडंट ऐड दिस लाइन।
क्या बोलना चाहती थी? मुझे पता, थॉट्स गलत नहीं आते, थॉट्स सही आते हैं दिमाग में, एक्सप्रेस गलत होता है। टेल मी योर थॉट्स।
उसकी इंग्लिश अच्छी नहीं है फिर भी उसने बहुत मेहनत की एग्जाम में।
I got it. After that. That's not what I'm asking. You know that. Why are you telling me about that sentence?
बिकॉज ही वांट्स बिकॉज शी वांट्स टू इम्प्रूव इंग्लिश।
एग्जाम में कोशिश करने से इंग्लिश इंप्रूव होती है? I didn't understand that part. Hey, Maria. Let's see. I didn't feel like going out, but my friends forced me to go. And I had a great time anyway. Okay. We are more likely to watch a movie tonight. Okay. Ravi, are you here? Why are some sentences numbered and some sentences with asterisk marks?
Some sentence I wrote on a laptop and some sentence I wrote in a mobile.
In a mobile?
Yeah.
In a mobile? Or on my mobile?
On my mobile.
So in a mobile, think and speak. Think. Don't be blank when you speak English, okay? Allow yourself to think logically. Think about the words you might use in Hindi. Where are you, Maria? I can see a lot of light behind you.
Yes, I haven't. I'm not sure what happened, but all my screen got dark, and I was like solving it.
You're on your laptop, aren't you?
Yes, I am. I always use my laptop for this kind of meetings.
Yeah,
I like
it's convenient. I agree. Okay, take a look. I cannot feel bored as long as I listen to music. I cannot go outside as long as it's raining. Ravi wants me to accept that these sentences and these sentences are from the same person. Okay. You guys complicate the matter, you know? It is part of your personality to complicate things. Ravi, you are one of those people who complicate things. Are you gonna come out and tell me? I asked you already, why are some sentences numbered and some sentences written with asterisk marks? You only told me that you wrote some sentences on your mobile and some sentences on your laptop. So perhaps when you are on your laptop, you're a different person in English. And when you are on a laptop, your English starts to suck because of your laptop. No. Or are you going to be more straightforward about why some sentences are written this way and some this way? I give you the last time. I won't discuss this anymore if you're not interested in telling me the truth. Yeah? Yeah, Ravi?
Yes, sir.
I said just quickly come out the truth. Otherwise, I'll move on from here. I'm not gonna waste my time discussing this, and I'm not gonna spoil my mood because you are clearly somebody who's got issues with their personality, not with English. Because I can clearly see what the problem is, but you're not acknowledging it.
Sir, I wrote myself, but I follow upper sentence structure.
Saurav, don't don't do the homework just for the sake of it. If you are not interested in giving time to English, then don't you do this. You came here about 7 o'clock, 5 minutes before 7 o'clock, and started writing these sentences thinking that you can do it. You are too smart, overconfidence. Sort of. Next time, I don't want to see this. There should be a time, a routine for doing your homework. You do your homework not to show anything to me. You do your homework to get practice that you need. Understand?
Yeah. Sorry, sir.
Guys, remember what I said about as long as we do not put the will part in this. As long as we try, we will never fail. As long as we try, we will never fail. As long as we try, we will never fail. As long as it doesn't rain, we can go for a walk. As long as the store is open, we can buy groceries. As long as the internet works properly, we can watch the movie. Fine. Now we are moving on and we are going to move on to the next exercise. What are we doing, by the way, here? We were listening to an audio. Uh-huh. Hmm. Okay. 8.7, 8.6 as well. We are supposed to play 8.6 today. Let's play 8.6 first. 6. 8.6. I haven't played 8.6 for 3 days because I wanted you guys to write your advice without being influenced by what the audio had to say. And now we can listen to the audio and compare what you wrote.
8.6. Giving advice.
Huh?
1.
I'm hopeless at all sports.
I'm hopeless at all sports. Yeah, sometimes it really feels bad when you're not good at sports, because other people make you feel like you're useless, especially when you're young. I remember I was never very bad at sports. I mean, I was good at certain sports. For example, kabaddi and running. I was quite good. But when it came to, throwing balls, higher and faster, then I couldn't match some of my friends. In their comparison, I sucked actually. And it felt humiliating. The guys of the same size could throw the ball very far, and I couldn't. It was very, very embarrassing.
You shouldn't worry about it.
You shouldn't worry about it.
Lots of people aren't sporty.
Lots of people aren't sporty. Sporty is the adjective from sport. Okay, so people who like a sport are good at sport, they are sporty.
But you should make some exercise part of your daily routine.
Doesn't matter whether you are sporty or not. You should make some exercise part of your daily routine. You should make what part of your daily routine? You should make some exercise part of your daily routine. You should make listening to English part of your daily routine.
Walking more quickly can help.
Walking more quickly can help. One reason why I don't like going out for a walk with my friend in the morning, he walks very slowly. He likes telling me stories. I'm out for a walk. I want to have some warm up. And I have to literally drag him, to keep him at my pace. And it gets boring and frustrated when he just keeps, slowing down. We can talk even while we are walking fast. He doesn't want to exercise, actually. He just wants me to listen to his stories. Do you have friends who love telling stories and you have to listen to their stories? They are rarely quiet when they're around you. They always have something to tell you. Okay. Maybe he'll watch my recording. He will know what I'm saying.
2.
I can't sleep at night.
I can't sleep at night.
You must do more exercise during
You must do more exercise
the day.
during the day. You must do more exercise during the day.
Why don't you walk to work?
Why don't you walk to work? Why don't you walk to work? All right, Sarah. Why don't you walk to work? Okay, this is a question or suggestion? It looks like a question, but it is not a question. Okay.
It's a suggestion, sir.
The arrangement of the word suggests that it is a question. Why don't you walk to work? But this is actually yeah. Why don't you walk to work?
And you shouldn't drink so much coffee just
And you shouldn't drink so much coffee just before
bedtime.
Just before bedtime. Rasana, did I tell you there is just one thing that you need to improve about these sentences here? Here, you said yesterday you were trying to make this sentence, Rasana. Where are you? Yes. You can go out as long as you come home before it starts raining, right? Right? Yeah. Did you notice how she reacted? Yeah, because it made sense to her when I said before. This is what you want. Your students make mistakes. That's okay. But then I said, when it starts raining or before it starts raining? Yes, before back sounds better. Before sounds better. Absolutely. So this is what is, I expect. Make a mistake. It's all right. but observe and say, oh, yeah, that's what it should be. Because you have studied. And if you feel clueless, why not when? It means you have no idea what when feels like and what before feels like. You're saying, bhai, barish hone se pehle aa jana. You can go out as long as you come home before it starts raining. Okay. And it was really nice of you, very, very nice of you that you separated the uses, here duration of time, 2 sentences, as long as it takes. Okay. And comparison, as long as yours. Beautifully done, Everybody can benefit from reading these examples and understand, yes, the same phrase, as long as, has different meanings. In all these 8 sentences, you can see. Let's continue.
3.
I don't like my brother's new girlfriend.
I don't like my brother's new girlfriend.
I don't think you should tell your brother.
I don't think you should tell your brother. Don't tell your brother.
I think you should try to find some good things about her.
I think you should find some good things about her. Everybody has some good things about their personality.
4.
I've got an important exam tomorrow.
I've got an important exam tomorrow. I've got an important exam tomorrow.
And I'm really nervous.
Okay.
I don't think you should study any more today.
I don't think you should study anymore today. You have an exam tomorrow. Just go relax.
You must get a good night's sleep tonight.
You must get a good night's sleep tonight.
Don't worry. I'm sure you'll pass. And
Don't worry. I'm sure you'll pass.
if you don't, it's not the end of the world.
And if you don't, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. Idiomatic expression. It's not the end of the world. You will still have another chance, right?
5.
It's not the end of the world.
A boy in my class is bullying me.
You must tell your teacher.
You must tell your teacher.
Or ask your mum to talk to the teacher.
Ask your mom to talk to the teacher.
6.
I fell off my bike and banged my head. Now I've got a bad headache. Oh, that looks bad. You must go to A&E immediately and get an X-ray. I'll drive you. I don't think you should go alone.
I'll drive you. I don't think you should go alone.
7.
Oh, my computer's behaving very strangely.
Mine does that all the time. You should do what I do. Turn it off, wait a while, then turn it on again. It's the only thing that ever works for me.
It's the only thing that ever works for me. It's the only thing that ever works for me. Turning on.
8.
Oh, yeah. I mean, whenever my computer acts strangely, I do the same. Turn off the power, and then turn it on again.
My car's making a funny noise.
It sounds bad.
It sounds bad. The noise, it sounds bad. Means it seems that there is a serious problem with your car, right? It sounds bad, which means that I think there is something seriously bad with your car. Don't drive it. Don't drive it.
You mustn't drive it.
You mustn't drive it. I mean, who knows? Suddenly in the middle of the road, if it stops and the car coming from behind hits you.
You should call the garage.
You should call the garage.
8.
Done. All right. 8.6. I'll put the audio today in the group. And 8.7 now.
8.7. A health quiz. Answers. 1.
You shouldn't skip breakfast. This is not true. Skipping breakfast does not necessarily make you unhealthy. However, the fact is, the people who do have breakfast are more likely to look after their health generally.
However, the fact is, the people who don't skip breakfast, people who regularly have their breakfast, are more likely to look after their health. Those people are more likely to look after their health.
Generally, they eat healthily and exercise regularly.
They eat healthily and they exercise regularly. Everybody understands the idea of adverbs, right? Adverbs normally describe verbs, how you do something. She smiled beautifully. She smiled quietly. She smiled shyly. So she smiled in all these sentences, but the way was slightly different. She smiled mysteriously. She smiled happily. In all the sentences, she smiled, right? But how did she smile? She smiled mysteriously. She smiled shyly, all right? She smiled happily. She smiled sadly. Sometimes people smile sadly too. No, they're sad, but they give a smile. Yeah.
So they're more healthy anyway.
So because they look after their health, and they eat healthily, they have a
You
good life.
teach us
Uh-huh.
honestly. You teach us honestly.
Thank you, Zafri. That's a good compliment. I like the word.
2.
You should weigh yourself regularly.
Weigh yourself regularly.
This is true. Weighing yourself regularly helps you to keep a healthy weight.
Helps you to keep a healthy weight. Helps you to keep a healthy weight. Helps you to keep a healthy weight.
But you shouldn't do it too often.
But you shouldn't do it too often.
Not every day. Once a week is enough.
Not every day. Once a week is enough.
3.
You must always warm up before hard exercise and cool down after.
Yes, this is a good idea. Some fast walking to start, and perhaps some yoga or Tai Chi afterwards.
4.
Swimming is one of the best forms of exercise you can do.
Swimming is one of the best forms of exercise you can do. I would like to give you pattern practice. Practice for the same pattern. She's one of the most intelligent girls you will see, you will meet. She's one of the most intelligent girls. She's one of the most intelligent girls you will meet, you will see. It means you haven't met that girl yet, okay? And I am giving you this idea that I'm saying, giving a compliment about that girl, that she is one of the most intelligent girls you will ever meet. Okay. This is probably the worst mistake, or this is probably the worst thing you could say. Okay. It means, how do we say this in Hindi? This is probably the worst thing you could say. This is probably the worst thing you could say. This is probably the worst thing you could say. Suppose somebody said something, right? And you're so critical of it. You think that person should not have made that comment. So you're saying this is probably the worst thing you could say. Okay.
This is true. Some people say that swimming is the perfect exercise for the
Yeah, some people think that swimming is the perfect exercise for the body.
Tai Chi is also very good because it is both movement and relaxation. And don't forget walking. It's a simple but powerful way to keep healthy.
It's a simple but powerful way to keep healthy. Listening to English is a simple but powerful way to learn English. Listen to English. Easy English, not very complicated English.
As long as you do it in comfortable shoes.
As long as you do it in comfortable shoes. as long as you do it, I'm talking about listening, with the intention to observe the phrases. A lot of us make the same mistake when we are listening to English. And what's that? We quickly translate what we are listening to in our language. And this way, we feel more comfortable that we understand what we are listening to. However, what we should do actually is when we are listening, um, if it is so hard that you have to try hard to understand it in your mother tongue, then probably it is not the best audio file for you. It is not the best listening resource. You should use something like something more, something simpler, something easier, something that you will understand without much effort. Suppose you're listening to something and you have to really try hard to understand what is being said. It's not right for you. Don't listen to it. Ignore. Find something easier, something that you listen to and understand straight away. Oh, what is being said. And then listen to it, not to understand what is being said only, listen to it to notice the words and phrases they're using, the combinations they are making. Pay attention to these things, because when you want to speak English, it is these words and phrases that will guide you, that will help you express your ideas. So if you notice me saying English, speaking English, using the combinations of words and phrases which sound very natural to English speakers, it's only because I have paid attention to those words and phrases and I noticed them. Obviously, they became part of my own speaking. So where the problem is? The problem is when the students listen to something too challenging, too difficult for them, and they think that will help them with their speaking. No, you have to listen to something simple and easy. If you want to improve your vocabulary and you want a challenge, maybe you should read something that is demanding, challenging, maybe. It will do, but not with the listening. Listen to something that is easy to understand. 95% without any second listening. You understand? That kind of listening will help. I know this is counterintuitive. 90% teachers in my country will say, if it is easy, why are you listening to it? Listen to something more difficult. But that's not how it works. Okay, if you want to improve your speaking, then you got to listen to something easy. Yeah, that's the point. Counterintuitive. It means something that seems wrong but is right. Seems right but it is wrong. Counterintuitive. Naturally you feel it is right but it is wrong. Naturally you think it is right but it is wrong, or it is wrong but it is right. Counterintuitive. When teachers will say, hey, it's too easy, listen to something more difficult. Because everybody thinks, yeah, listening to difficult will give you opportunities to learn something new. Not if you're trying to improve your fluency, if you're trying to improve your speaking skills.
Five.
You should do 30 minutes continuous activity rather than 10 minutes 3 times a day.
This is not true. Best is short periods of 10 minutes.
Best is, 10 minutes of?
Short period of 10 minutes.
Short periods of 10 minutes.
But it's fine to do both.
But it's fine to do both. If you can't do that 3 times a day, you can do 30 minutes continuous activity as well.
You should try to do at least 150 minutes a week.
You should try to do at least 150 minutes a week.
6.
You should always exercise until it hurts. No pain, no gain.
This is not true. You don't have to feel pain when you exercise to
You don't have to feel pain when you exercise.
Keep fit.
To keep fit. It is not necessary that you do exercise to the point where you start to feel pain.
Do it slowly at first.
Do it slowly at first.
Little and often is better.
Little and often is better. What is better? Little and often.
Little and often.
थोड़ा और बार-बार. Little and often is better. Okay. Little and often is better.
And then build up to harder, longer exercises.
And then build up to harder and longer exercise. Build up. Okay, increase. So what we do, let me try and use the phrase build up. See, unfortunately, Yasmin ma'am is not here. The other day, I think yesterday or the day before yesterday, I told her, when you learn a language with the interference of your mother tongue or in your mother tongue, when the communication is in your mother tongue, then what doesn't happen? Again, you will always pay attention to the meaning of the English words in Hindi, in your mother tongue, and your focus will always be there because it's your language. Let's say it this way. You are in a room with two people. One is a new person and the other is an old friend. Who are you more likely to spend time with? You are more likely to spend time with the old friend. There are two people in the room, okay? But if there is just one person, that a stranger, and your friend is not there, now who are you more likely to spend time with? This is stranger. So when your teacher starts to bring in your mother tongue in the class, okay, and again, I'm talking about skill building. I'm not talking about knowledge, okay? There are classes where Hindi medium, mother tongue of the student and the teacher will help. I agree with that. But if you are trying to build your skills in English, which is speaking skills, writing skills, and if I keep using the mother tongue of the students in the class, then students, it's like old friend. You have always been using this language. So your focus will automatically shift on these words and you will ignore the English words. But if it is just the target language all the time, then your focus will always be on this word, these words. Again, if you are really silly, you are not trying to be friends, even like what happens, you have a stranger, but you sit in one corner, you don't talk to that person. Then you don't get to learn that, understand that person, be friends with that person. So sometimes some students do this, when the teacher is speaking the target language, they simply surrender and they kind of give up, sit there ignoring what is being said. How do you explain somebody who heard voyage 3-4 times out of my mouth only yesterday and today pronounced it voyag or bogas or something like that? How is it possible? That person was just not paying attention. And he asked me to explain it again. Means the whole class paid attention, learned it. So I realized that I'm being taken for granted, a little bit. Yeah, I need to make sure that the students don't take me for granted. Sorry, Kalpana?
I got kicked out from that class.
I got so annoyed that I wrapped up the class right there. I couldn't take it.
No, sir, I thought it was my network issue.
Your voice is breaking up. I can't hear you clearly what you're saying.
I think that is why you closed that class.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I couldn't take it. It was
I
only
thought I got kicked out or I got network issue because you didn't say goodbye or.
You were there yesterday, weren't you, when I was teaching the word voyage?
Yes, sir, I was.
Sometimes students become a little too relaxed, complacent in the class. Complacent is the right word. When you're not trying from your side, you're relaxed a little too much. What is the word to describe that situation, that personality type? Complacent. Yeah, it's an adjective, okay? Complacency is the quality of complacent people. Complacency.
Sir, how to spell it?
Google it.
7.
If you want to lose weight, you should drink water after a meal.
No, you should drink water before a meal.
You should drink water before a meal. A meal. Meal is a countable noun. This, for Hindi speakers, is a big problem, okay? Meal is a countable noun.
It helps you feel full.
I would like to very quickly help you with this. Maybe you guys haven't already understood. And if you haven't, let's understand. What is the difference between a gun and gun or one gun? So those who speak Hindi, if I ask you what is the Hindi or English of banduk, what will you guys say? What is the English for banduk?
Gun.
Right.
Gun.
Okay. Maria, could you tell me the Spanish word for gun?
Gun, like pistola, shot.
Pistola.
Yeah.
Pistola. Pistola.
Pistola.
Okay.
Yeah,
Rosanna?
we also say pistol.
Okay. Huh? Okay, but in her language, gun is pistola. Yeah. Rosanna, what is the word for gun in your language, Italian?
Pistola.
Okay, it's the same word. And what about you, Lena? What is the word for gun?
No, this was not. We don't have this word in our language.
There isn't a word for this thing in your language. No. A gun.
What? Yes, but in Russian it's other word.
So do you use the same word gun in your language as well?
No, we don't use this.
Which word do you use in your language?
Pistolet.
Pistalia. Okay. I mean, Lena, Rosanna, and Maria, you guys don't have a problem with this because in your language you have articles. Una, un, uno. Okay. So not an issue. But in Indian languages, we just don't have articles. Okay. They don't exist in Indian languages. So guys, I have got a shortcut which will help you avoid making mistakes of this kind. Like, what is the word for banduk in your understanding? What will you say? What is the English for banduk? You guys will say gun. But that's where you're wrong. Okay, it is a good word to memorize, but the moment you want to use this word in a sentence, you can never say just gun. You will always have to say a gun. You cannot say just gun. Even though this is what you grew up memorizing. Banduk means gun, okay? Now think about it. I'm saying, तुम्हारे पास चाकू है, मेरे पास बंदूक है. Now, did I use the word एक? No. I said, तुम्हारे पास चाकू है, मेरे पास बंदूक है. You have gone. Everybody? You have?
Do you have knife? I have a gun.
You have a knife. I have a gun. You have a knife. I have a gun. Don't mess with me. You have a knife. I have a gun. Don't mess with me. Okay? So see, I'm just saying that you're using a knife and a gun, but in Hindi, you're not saying a. It means, what is the English for ladki now?
A girl.
A girl. If you are using the word in a sentence, it cannot be just girl. No. What is the English word for kursi?
A chair.
A chair. Now, in a sentence, you can, मुझे कुर्सी चाहिए. I need a chair. Got it. So, Hindi speakers, please understand this. Do not memorize this way. House matlab ghar. No. Ghar ka English? A house. You can never say just house. You have to say a house when you say ghar. You cannot say just house. You must say a house. मुझे घर चाहिए. अच्छा रुको, मैं लड़की से नहीं, लड़के से शादी करूंगा. I will not marry.
I will marry a boy.
A girl. I will marry a boy. See? जबकि हिंदी में मैं लड़की से नहीं, लड़के से शादी करूंगा. So people, take care of this. Yeah. Now, वो मामला लगे. One more thing. What is the difference between a gun and one gun? When you say a gun, the focus is on the noun, the gun. Okay? When you say one gun, the focus is on the number one. All right. For example, you have one gun, I have three. You have one gun, I have. So here focus is on the number, right? But you have a knife, I have a gun. Here the focus is on the object, not on the number. You have a knife, I have a gun. So that's one big difference between A and 1. 1 is used when the focus is on the number. A is used when the focus is on the noun, not on the number, not on the quantity. Got it? Listen, what is the difference between a girl and one girl? Let's understand. I will marry a girl, not a boy. A girl is saying this, okay? I will marry a girl, not a boy. So her focus is, she's trying to say, not a boy, a girl, girl. That's what she's saying. Now listen to this one. I don't want to marry one girl. I want to marry 3 girls. I don't want to marry one girl. I want to marry 3 girls. Here the focus is on the number, not on the noun. Okay. Okay. जिशान, अगर कॉम्प्लिकेट करना है चीजों को, अगली बार कॉम्प्लिकेट करने का सोचा है तो मैं तुम्हें क्लास से निकाल दूंगा. What do I mean? शॉक्ड हो? समझ में आ रहा मैं क्या बोल रहा हूं? लिखने के लिए कहा जाता है प्रैक्टिस करने के लिए. I ask my students to practice what they can write. कहीं और से रिसोर्सेज से हेल्प लेकर के क्लास में ग्रुप में नहीं डालने का सेंटेंस. You're not supposed to write from some other sources and put them in the group. You are supposed to write with all your mistakes, all your flaws, so that I can work on those. Never ever do this. This is stupidity, I will say. You are here to improve, and then you're copy pasting sentences from somewhere else. Why? Because you don't want to be embarrassed in the class. That's it. Because if you make mistakes, then maybe I will scold you. Let's see.
And you won't eat too much.
8.
So drinking water before a meal is a better idea because it can stop you from overeating.
If you don't feel full after a meal, you should wait 15 minutes and see how you feel then.
This is a good idea. Sometimes you want to eat more just after a meal. But if you wait 15 to 20 minutes, your food fills your stomach.
Your food fills your stomach. Your food fills your stomach. Fills. Fills. Your food fills your stomach.
And you start to feel full.
And you start to feel full. Okay. That's why English is so confusing. Guys, feel, fill, full. And there is another fool. Okay. So yeah, fine. If you wait for 15 or 20 minutes, then the food you have eaten fills your stomach. Fills your stomach. And you start to feel full. Okay. And you don't overeat.
9.
You should always choose water over other drinks to rehydrate after exercising.
Not true. It doesn't have to be water. Any non-alcoholic drink will rehydrate you.
It doesn't have to be water. Any non-alcoholic drink will rehydrate you. The same. Juice.
10.
It's better to exercise in the morning rather than the afternoon or night.
Just a second. Hello? Hello? Okay. Just a second. I'll be right back. I'm going to open rooms and you guys work in small groups. Exercise 3. Okay. Exercise 3. I'm going to send it. Just give me a second first. Okay. What was the last time?
Not true. There is no best time. The important thing is just to exercise.
There's no best time. The important thing is just to exercise whenever you can.
You can do morning, afternoon, or night.
If you noticed, you can do morning, afternoon, or night. You can do morning, afternoon, or night. Well, if you say a sentence like this, then don't be confused. Oh, why did she didn't use in the morning? This is casual way of talking. You can do morning, you can do afternoon, you can do night.
8.7. A health quiz. Answers.
Okay, done. Now, work in small groups. Which health advice do you follow? Talk to each other about typical day in your life. So keep it normal and natural, okay? What do you eat and drink? When? Do you think you have a healthy diet? We pronounce it diet, okay? Diet. Yeah. Do you sleep well? How many hours a night? Enough? Too much? Too little?
Mm-hmm.
Do you fit any exercise into your day? What? When? How much screen? I think 15 hours. For me, it is 15 hours minimum. 8, 9 hours, 10 hours of class, okay, teaching, and then at least 5, 6 hours on my mobile and TV. At least I'm saying. So it is minimum. I think it might be more. Blu-ray cut.
Then why don't you wear a glass?
I have glasses, but I'm not just used to, wearing them. I kind of keep forgetting them. Sometimes I bring them to the class, then I leave them here. And most times I just leave them in my bedroom.
Use a glass holder, I guess, like a chain.
Yeah, or maybe
Yeah.
some thick band or something which will
Yeah.
help hang my glasses around my neck.
Yeah. No, sir, it is you
Good
should
way
use
not to
glass.
forget to carry your glasses.
You should use glass, sir, because screen ray is very harmful.
Opening the breakout rooms, and I'm sharing these. 2 people should be enough in one room today because, you guys can just talk about each other. I'm sharing this. Nah, just keep it a normal conversation, all right? Just like 2 friends are talking to each other. Don't take turns, okay? Just keep going back and forth, okay? Don't set rules for conversation in the breakout room. We don't really have rules, do we, when we have real life conversations? We just keep going back and forth, back and forth. That is how it should be.
What is topic, sir?
The topic is in the group.
Okay.
Go ahead, start. I'm opening the rooms for you guys. Opening the rooms, everybody on camera, please quickly accept the invitation. Yeah. Saurabh. Okay.
What do you eat and drink?
Saurabh, your
Yes,
internet has become bad again. Saurabh,
Yes, because he has everything open, but I cannot hear or see.
Saurabh, your internet has become bad again.
yes, sir.
Your internet has become bad again.
Yes.
Are you being stupid now? As long as you were talking to her here, your camera was on throughout. And now you're saying your internet has gone bad.
No. That time also my internet was bad.
But the
You can
moment you
ask
entered the
to her.
breakout room, suddenly your camera was on because you were talking to Maria.
Because her camera were on and I
Uh-huh.
want proper communication.
And with me, when I was in the class teaching?
Now your screen is stuck.
Okay, that's okay. Fine.
Okay, sir, wait.
I believe it's
I'm going to
because
take a screenshot because you are stuck again.
Maria,
no, it's because the quality
you know
of
what?
your
Maria, you know what? I know these guys better, You are new
okay.
here.
No, I believe that is because your camera quality is high, and maybe it's because it stocks a little bit yours,
I'm
but
not like
mine.
this.
Keep it up. Keep it up. You guys enjoy your conversation, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, carry on.
The morning after get up or at 5 in the afternoon.
Rosanna, just a small
Yeah.
correction. In the morning, after get up? No, after getting up.
After, can you repeat?
After getting up. Why didn't you correct that, Rukaiya? You couldn't hear that very clearly? Or you were
Yes,
not fully focused?
No, sir, I couldn't hear.
Why? I was here. I could hear that.
I was listening and then I just correct.
Okay. Pay full attention. Be fully involved in every activity, okay?
Okay,
After
sir.
getting up. Getting up.
After getting up.
Yes.
Getting up.
After getting up.
Getting up.
Yeah.
Strange for me.
Let me explain why. Let me explain why.
Yeah.
After is a preposition in this phrase. Okay? And after preposition, we use ing.
Yeah.
After going, after
forgot.
coming. You can say after I get up as well. After I get up, then it is subject verb. After I get up, that's fine.
After I get up.
Yeah, that's fine. This after is a conjunction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep it up. Keep it up.
Want to a job software.
I want to do a job. I want a job. Yeah, I want a job as a software engineer. So you guys have been talking about the topic as well, or just getting to know each other?
Yes, sir. Yes.
We talk about.
That's great. That's great. That's great. Keep it up.
I will visit maybe UAE, Saudi, or like Oman.
Okay, Oman.
You guys know what you're going to talk about? What you should be talking about?
No, sir. We are talking about, but थोड़ा सा ध्यान भटक गया.
We are here for a particular conversation. What's that?
Yes, sir. There is only last question. We have to talk about.
Question?
No, sir.
Question?
Sorry, sir. Not yes.
Correct him, Jishan.
Question.
I have like question is very hard for me to pronounce. So
listen to Jishan. Listen to Jishan. Jishan, yeah, go ahead.
Question.
Question.
Easy.
Okay.
Sometimes it's happened, bro.
When I many times I say when I say
you're not
question,
sincere
so,
about changing. You're not sincere about changing it. You're saying you will give up to that one thing.
No.
हाँ
No, sir. I can change so many vocabulary, so many pronunciation, but like question is like very
क्वे
hard
क्वे
for me.
क्वे अच्छा अच्छा बताओ, डक एक बतख कैसे बोलता है? बतख क्या आवाज निकालता है? चलो चलो खत्म करते हैं भाई, बतख क्या आवाज निकालता है?
Hmm. Kwe kwe.
तो वही है क्वेश्चन, वही बतख की आवाज से शुरू होता है, और क्या? बोल लो।
Okay, question,
बात
question.
कर बात खत्म हो, बतख हमेशा सोचना क्वेश्चन बोलते तुम, आवाज सही हो जाएगी।
Even people can't imagine that I am 35-year-old. I am very much happy about that. I means want to keep working on my health. But lady problem.
Yeah, as a lady, I also know. How much
Yeah.
screen time fills your day?
Um.
Mm.
I don't means a screen time. How much screen time fills your day? I can't answer this question. Means I generally don't use phone very much. Means doing
अभी सिखाया मैंने कि फोन नहीं बोल सकते, और अभी तुमने बोला डोंट यूज फोन। अभी मैंने बताया कि अभी सिखाया मैंने कि लड़की का इंग्लिश एक गर्ल हुआ, तो फोन का इंग्लिश क्या हुआ मनीषा?
a phone.
तो पहले तो यहाँ तो तुम्हें बहुत आसानी से बोलना आई डोंट यूज माई फोन, पहले तो माई बोलना था, अगर नहीं बोलना था फोन ही खाली बोलना था, तो खाली फोन कैसे बोल सकते हैं? जबकि फोन का इंग्लिश ही है फोन होता है, तो
I don't use a phone.
बेटर बेटर इंग्लिश होगा आई डोंट यूज माई फोन अ लॉट।
Okay, sir.
मतलब जो चीज पढ़ाया जाए उसका प्रैक्टिकल कैसे करोगे, उसको एप्लीकेशन कैसे शो करोगे? जब तक पांच चीजें वैसे सोचोगे नहीं दिमाग में कि अच्छा ये कहाँ कहाँ ऐसा चीज करना है, जैसे मुझे क्या बोलना है, मुझे कहना है मुझे चम्मच से खाना है, मुझे फोर्क से नहीं खाना है, बोलो इंग्लिश।
Um, I want to use a fork. I don't want to use a spoon.
दैट्स ऑल। ऐसे ही ध्यान देना है बोलते समय। और कल्पना, यू शुड हैव इंटरप्टेड व्हेन शी सेड आई डोंट यूज फोन। हिंदी बोलने वाले को उसमें कोई खराबी दिखेगी?
No, sir.
लेकिन इंग्लिश में ये प्रॉब्लम है, क्योंकि इंग्लिश में कभी आप बोल ही नहीं सकते फोन, इंग्लिश सेंटेंस में आपको क्या बोलना पड़ेगा? ए फोन।
A phone or my
गॉट इट?
Yes, sir.
कैरी ऑन।
Yeah, I used to work on that. It is a really famous company. It have been in the market for a long time. So basically, yeah, I worked there for around 3 years.
Correction to that sentence, Saurav.
Perfect.
Come on, Saurav. Make the correction.
I have
Maria's.
worked.
That's right. Well done. So, Maria, because you started an action in the past and have continued it to the present, so you should say, I have worked, not I work, for 3 years. I have worked for this company for 3 years.
But I am not working on that company
In
now.
that case, past tense, I worked.
Yeah, I worked.
In that case, worked when you are not working anymore.
No, I'm not working anymore.
Now, for example, you can say you have attended this class for 2 days. Right?
I have been attending
this
I
class,
have been attending
attending
this
this class for 2 days. You have been here for 2 days. Right? Present perfect.
because I am still
Here.
joining.
Yeah, exactly. Good. You know that you have a very positive personality, Maria. You know, it's very necessary. I interacted with you there and I thought I wanted to invite you straight away. I said, come to class and you'll benefit, because here we use all sorts of words in English all the time. 90 minutes of English conversation. You're listening to me, participating in discussions. And I noticed how you, because again, it's a foreign language for you, Maria, right? English is a foreign language. Tell me, did you have English at school, like in class 1, 2, 3?
Yeah, we do have that kind of subject in a school. But it is not going to in deep because people not all the people matter about that subject at the school. If
Okay.
you wanted to go in deep, you need to get another
Right.
class.
They are not very serious about teaching or learning that subject. Yeah.
Correct.
Language. Got it.
But it is too important because they realize when they are older that they are needing it.
Exactly. They need it. They need it.
They need it.
Okay. We are going back to the main session. We are wrapping up the breakout session. Okay.
We haven't finished the last question.
Okay. You're mischievous. Go on. Go on.
But if you wanted, yeah.
No. Just go on. Go and talk. No issues. No issues.
Sir, you have to change your decision actually.
Yeah. I'm giving you guys 2 minutes more. No problems, Maria. Go on. Personality, no. This girl, she's from Colombia. She's from Colombia. Yeah. I talked to her, I think 2 nights ago, and she sounded so desperate and sincere to learn English. I said, okay, come to my class, join my class, and she was showing me all the words she's been learning from here and there, talking to Americans and British and all. Of course I do. But when sometimes I don't, sometimes I do, depends. Like when I teach them separate classes, I can't teach them without money, of course. But when I have a class like this, sometimes I don't know, listen, I tell you. Just a couple of minutes. No, it's not just ikhlaq. I think it's about the accent, most importantly. I think we should have something in the practice book for tomorrow, some homework. We have just done one page, if I'm in it now, 8. Hello, guys. Welcome back. We have no data actually. So I'm sharing with you. I'm sharing with you guys the homework for tomorrow. Okay. Some objective questions, answers related to the use of have to, should, and must. Okay. Fine. So I'm gonna see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye, everybody. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, sir. Good night, sir.
Bye-bye. It's a good day for Maria. Have a nice day, Maria.
Bye, sir.
It's
Thank
early
you.
morning for us.
Bye-bye.
Bye.